Captain Keegan clip from the President's Cup last year, and they kind of gas him up towards the end, and then he takes that opportunity to give a little speech. Bushman, do we have that?
I'm going to get criticized as the captain next year. They're going to underestimate me. They're going to doubt me. I've been doubted my whole life. I'm at best work. We are going to go to Bethpage to kick their ass.
That gave me the chills.
Yeah. So, this clip's going crazy.
It's great.
Keegan at the end.
Keegan is just 150 miles per hour all the time. You bring up USA Ryder Cup captaincy to him, he could be in front of toddlers and he's going to drop 18 F-bombs. And I love that about him. I think that's great. It's like a switch goes off in his head where he's like, yeah, we're going to win the Ryder Cup. It's a great attribute to have in a captain.
I was no like Zach Johnson moment right there, but him being like, I've been underestimated my entire life, and that's when I do my best work. We're going to go to Bethpage and kick their fucking asses with everybody in the room that's pretty much going to be there, then going absolutely bananas afterwards. It gave me the chills too the first time I saw that. It's just, we'll see how everything pans out, but so far, Keegan is just the perfect guy for them to have given this gig to.
Yeah, and he claims to have a plan, and I'm assuming that plan means to play going into the Ryder Cup as opposed to what Zach Johnson let everyone go on vacation right before going to Rome. They let them kind of travel Europe and go have pasta and try all the different wines and then show up for the biggest golf tournament of their lives. And of course,
still can't believe they did that.
So I think that we probably have learned from that. And I think Keegan has a nice plan. JT, I think somebody talked about it recently. I don't know if it was JT during TGL, but someone was saying that like, oh, it was actually Kiz on our show saying that like he's already like that Keegan already has had a plan. Like he's talked to Kiz because it's completely night and day from last year is what I'm or last time is kind of what we're starting to feel. It's like a guy's coming in with a real plan for attack, because that's what it is now. You have to try and attack these guys. The European team needs to be attacked on our home soil. We can't just play defense anymore. We lost pretty badly. So you have to be on the offensive here. You need a guy with this energy. You need a guy who grew up watching Tom Brady in Boston this entire run, and the Celtics and the Bruins. Like Boston's been on quite the run, and Keegan's been like at the helm of all of that. He's been in the first row of every single game. Basically, he attends all those Boston sports venues, and he has that fire in him. He really does. He's just a diehard sports fan that wants to like win team matches. He lives for it.
I like it. It's certainly a different strategy than last time, and the last strategy was an absolute disaster. You do know that the European team is going to clip that and send it to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Bulletin board material for sure. But I agree with you. I like the attack mentality. You can't just it's a big risk. Like, God forbid the American team loses at Bethpage. Like that clip is going to be forever known as like, holy look at this.
Yep.
But I like that it's in the moment right now before the Ryder Cup has begun. It's the right attitude to have for it.
It's as big of a risk as it gets. It's guaranteeing a victory. It's Mark Messier. No offense, Frankie, but it's like Mark Messier when you're like guaranteeing you win games. Then you go out there and you actually win. It's the most iconic thing in history. You go out there and lose. It's the most mocked thing in history. Huge risk, but it's already up in the ante, up in the stakes a year out, which I love.
Somebody's getting shoved, man. Somebody's absolutely getting shoved in
Yeah,
2025.
you've been on that.
It's happening.
You were on
it's
that,
gonna
man.
be. This thing is going to be hot, hot, hot for everybody. The people playing in it, the people attending it. It's going to be. The temperature is going to be way up.